Uh-oh,
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. George the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the Animal out here.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia, so he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional.
Nice takedown. Stack them up. Counters. Cover.
What was that? He had him exactly where he wanted him.
Vicious headbutt. Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal.
Delivers the snap mare and drops the fist.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Suplex. Nice. George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
The Animal may be wounded prey at this point.
The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt.
Ball from the rope, and he's just chaining together more offense now.
And I don't see Peter Maivia slowing down anytime soon.
Running power slam!
Headbutt, oh, not done yet. A second, and a third, too.
And now a third! The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Peter Maivia turns that around.
Big impact. Stiff headbutt. Boom!
Jeez, driving headbutt. Ooh! Oh, man! Maivia just dominated the Animal with that one. Maivia has Steel in his sights. Looking at George's count.
Ooh, back first.
And George is laid out. And look at this now. Yes, applying the submission hold.
The stump puller.
And it's just too much. Has to submit.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
time these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew.